Hey, welcome to today's video. I'm Rick Chapo with DMCAagentservice.com. So today we are looking at a question that actually we received yesterday, and quite honestly probably should have already answered in a previous video, but sometimes you get it caught up in the trees, if you will, of a particular subject and you miss some of the bigger questions. So let's just get to it. The question is DMCA compliance mandatory? Now, for the purpose of this answer, we're talking about Section 512C of the DMCA. There are other sections that would provide different answers, but Section 512C is the one that is most prominent online. And what it says basically is that a website or an app cannot be held liable for copyright infringement based on content uploaded by users. So what does that mean in the real world? Well, let's say you have a forum and a person joins and then they upload a photo that they thought was interesting from some event. Okay, well, they don't own the copyright to that photo. The photographer does, the person who took that photo. And if that photographer submits a complaint alleging copyright infringement, under the DMCA, you, the forum owner, cannot be held liable for copyright infringement. Now, the person who posted the photo can, but you cannot, and you have to follow a particular compliance process to maintain that immunity. So, do you have to comply with the DMCA? Do you have to, go through that process and get immunity and everything else? And the answer is no, you don't. Although this is a federal law, Section 512C is a voluntary provision, so it is not mandatory. Now, are there a lot of people, a lot of companies that don't comply with it if they have a chance to? No. And the reason being, you're getting immunity from copyright infringement claims based on things that your users upload. That's a huge benefit. It's a massive benefit, and so I'm not really sure why you wouldn't want to go ahead and do that. Now, one instance where there could be an issue would be if you are not located in the U.S. So let's say you are a company or even just an individual and you're located in Europe or Asia or somewhere of that sort, but you're focused on the U.S. market. You're trying to generate sales and what have you from the U.S. There might be a concern that in complying with the DMCA, you were somehow submitting to the jurisdiction of the U.S. You'd probably need to speak with a lawyer about that. I don't really think that'd be the case, but nonetheless, make sure you get a legal opinion on that if you think it's a real concern. So that could be one area where somebody might not want to comply with the DMCA. But for the vast majority of people, even though DMCA compliance is not mandatory, it's usually a smart move. Getting immunity from what is probably the most common legal claim online certainly has its benefits. So I would encourage you to think of it in that sense. So anyways, that's it for today's video. If you need a DMCA agent as part of the compliance process, feel free to visit us at DMCAagentservice.com. We'll be happy to help you out. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Have yourself a good one.